about third normal form, refinement and BCNF and multi-value dependency 4NF and 5th NF. Okay. Let us discuss from the third normal form. The third normal form is dictates that all the non-key attributes of a table must be functionally dependent on a candidate key, and there can be no interdependencies among the non-key attributes. Third normal form ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ there is no dependency on the any non-key attributes ಮೇಲೆ dependency ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. Then for example here 3NF can have a requirements. ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆನು ಎನಿ ಹೈಯರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ 3NF ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ as well as no attribute is transitively dependent on the primary key. Remember this, there is no transitive dependency on the primary key. Okay, so here is one example: title, publication ID, page count and price. A key attribute is title and publication ID, whereas page count functionally depends on title and publication ID. Price functionally depends on page count. Both price and this price if you consider, then it is depends on the page count depends on publication ID and title. This is a key attribute. Then there is a transitive dependency on a, that is price transitively depends on title and publication ID. Hence this schema is not in a 3NF. Another example: studio, studio city and city temperature. Okay, so here key attribute is studio. Then studio city is functionally depending on studio ID. Similarly city temp is functionally depending on studio city. Then of course city temp is transitively dependent on a key attribute called the studio. Hence this normal form is also not in a 3NF, whereas it is in a 2NF. Okay, so here we are having as in a another example: building ID, constructor and fee. Whereas key attribute is a building ID, constructor functional depends on building ID, fees functional depends on contractor, whereas fees transitively depends on a building. Like a fees functional depends on contractor depends on building ID, can determine fee functional depends on or transitively depends on a building ID. This is also not in a 3NF because there is a transitive dependency exists on a key attribute. Then what to do to convert this schema into the 3NF? The first step is move all the items involved in a transitive dependency to the new entity and identify a primary key for a new entity. Place the primary key for new entity as a foreign key on the original entity. Okay, so you have to convert in this way. Here are the conversions. The first schema, that is title, pub ID and page count price was there, so which is converted into two schemas. One dependency, that was page count price was depending on a publication ID, and another is a publication ID title becomes a primary key and page count depends on that. So this is how there is no transitive dependency exist in this news relations, thus it is in a 3NF. Similarly the second example, that is studio, studio city, city temp. Then the first dependency we made it in one relation, and second dependency we made it in another relation, so thus there is no transitive dependency, we decomposed. Okay, so the third example also we we have converted into two schemas based on the dependency, thus there is no transitive dependency exists, thus the schemas are in a 3NF. But this decomposition may create a loss. Okay, so whereas BCNF does not allow the dependencies between the attributes that belongs to candidate key. Okay, BCNF is a refinement of a third normal form in which it drops the restrictions of a non-key attribute from the third normal form. Third normal form and BCNFs are not same if the following conditions are true. Okay, it is not in the same. First, whenever you are two or more candidate keys exist in a table, then BCNF and 3NF are not same. at least two of the candidate keys are composed of more than one attribute, then keys are not a disjoint, that is a composite candidate keys share some attributes, then they are not in a BCNF and as well as in a 3NF. Okay, so here is a one example, that is the address, city, street, zip code. So first key is city and street together, and second key is a zip code and street. It means there are more than one candidate keys. Okay, two candidates, then no non-key attributes, hence 3NF. It is there is no transitive dependency, hence it is in a 3NF. But city, street, zip code and city zip code determines the city, then this is dependency between the key attributes, it is a done, so hence it is not in a BCNF. Then movie title, movie ID, person name, role, payment. So key 1 is a movie title, person name, key 2 is a movie ID, person name. Both the roles of a payment functionally depends on both the candidate keys, thus it is in a 3NF. Suppose movie title, movie ID and movie title if you consider, then the dependency will violates the BCNF rule. Okay, so which is having a transitive dependence. Then consulting is another example, client, problem and consultant. The key 1 is a client and a problem, key 2 is a client and consultant. No non-key attributes, hence 3NF, but the client problem determines the consultant, client and consultant determines the problem, then dependency between, then hence it is also violent and it is also not in a BCNF. To convert it to these relations in a BCNF, we have to follow two steps. The step 1 is place the two candidate primary keys into separate entities and place each of the remaining data items in one of the resulting entities according to its dependency on a primary key. Okay, for example, convert to BCNF old scheme, that is a city, street, zip code, new scheme, zip code, street. Okay, so there are another scheme where another dependency was street on a city, then loss of relation is city on zip code was related. So what we do in, to preserve this one, alternative scheme is zip code and street one and zip code and city another. So instead of that, so we made it in a this way. Okay, so that makes the schema in a BCNF. Then here in decomposition, whenever you say as a decomposition, there might be a loss of information. If decomposition does not cause any loss of information, it is called as a lossless decomposition. If the decomposition does not cause any dependency to be lost, it is called as a dependency preserving decomposition. Any table schema can be decomposed in the lossless way into the collection of a smaller schemas that are in a BCNF form. However, the dependency preservation is not guaranteed, isn't it? Any table can be decomposed in a lossless way into third normal form that also preserves the dependencies. That is, 3NF may be better than the BCNF in some cases. Hence, most of the databases must exist at least in a up to the 3NF. Then BCMS decomposition, as we have discussed in the previous examples, that is convert to the BCNF. That is a old schema, movie title, movie ID, person name, role, payment. So we decomposed into two relations. One is a movie ID, person, role and payment. Second schema is a movie title and person name. So then loss of information here, movie ID, then that determines the movie title. The schema is movie ID, person name, role and payment. Second schema is movie ID and movie title. We got the movie ID determines the movie title relationship back. For example, so converting to the BCNF, old schema, client, problem and consultant. The new schema is determining client and consultant, and second schema is client and problem. Okay, so fourth normal form eliminates the independent many to one relationship between the columns. To be in fourth normal form, a relation must be in a bicode normal form. A given relation may not be contain more than one multivalued attribute. Fourth normal form always deals with what? S. It's a multi-valued attributes. That is a many-to-one relationship, right? So here is a one example, that movie name, Screening City and Zenith. Okay, so whereas this considering, then all the columns are part of only the candidate key, hence it is in a BCNF. But many movies can have same genre, right? So and many cities can have a same movie, so which violates the fourth normal form, right? So here we are having a genre, that is kind of movie genre. Okay, so either it is of a drama or it is a comedy, okay, horror type of a movie. Then another example we are having, manager, child, employee. All together can determine the key attribute. Each manager can have more than one child. Each manager can supervise more than one employee. Hence, it is not multi-value dependency exists. Thus, this is not in a 4NF. Similarly, employee skill, foreign language. Then each employee can speak multiple languages. Each employee can have multiple skills. Thus, violates the 4th NF, which is also not in a 4NF. Then to make a relation in a 4NF, what you have to do? You have to follow two steps. The step one is, move the two multi-valued relations to separate table. Identify the primary key for each new entity. Okay, so then how do we convert? See here, the movie name, Screening City and genre, right? So we convert them into two relations where multi-value dependency was existed, so which converted to the 3NF. Then after that, converting to the 4NF, that manager, child and employee. So manager child becomes one relation and manager and employee becomes another relation, where there was a multi-value dependency that we have removed. So hence it is converted into 4th NF. Similarly, another example, employee skills and foreign language. Employee can speak employee can have a skills and employee can speak any languages. So hence it is going to be preserving this. So thus the relation is in the fourth normal form. So this is what the joint dependency is. Preservation, if you consider, then that becomes a fifth normal form. Joint dependency generalize the multi-value dependencies and lead to project joint normal form, which is also called as the fifth normal form. A class of even more general constraint leads to the normal form called a domain key normal form. That is another. Then the problem with these generalized constraints are hard to reason with, and no set of sound and complete set of inference rules exist, hence rarely used. This fifth normal form and DKNF are rarely used, but every relation must exist till to the third normal form. The fifth normal form says that it satisfied when all the tables are broken into as many tables as possible in order to avoid a redundancy. Once it is in a fifth normal form, it can be broken into smaller relations without changing a fact or meaning, right? Decomposition should not be change its meaning. And overall database design process, you have assumed that R could be generated converting from the ER diagrams to set of tables, and R could have been single relation containing all the attributes that are in the interest, and normalization breaks R into smaller relations, where R could have been a result of some of the ad hoc design of a relations, which we then test or convert to the normal form. So ER model to the normalization, how do we convert? In the sense, when an ER diagram is carefully designed, identifying all the entities correctly, the tables generated from the ER diagram should not be further normalization. So however, in a real design, there can be a functional dependency from the non-key attributes of a entity to other attributes of a entity. For example, an employee entity with the attributes department number and department address, and functional dependency department number to the department address. The good design would have made a department as an entity. The functional dependencies from non-key attributes of a relationship set possible but rare. Most of the relationships are binary. Okay. So denormalization for the performance may want to use non-normalized schema for the performance. For example, here displaying the customer name along with the account number and balance requires join of a account with the depositor. Alternatively, what we do, we denormalize the relation containing the attributes of account as well as the depositor with all these attributes. Faster lookup, extra space and extra execution time for updates, and extra coding for the programmers are possibly of error in a extra course. Okay, and second alternative is use of materialized view of defined as account and depositor. Benefits, the drawbacks same as above except the no extra coding work of a programmer which avoids the possible errors. Other design issues if you consider regarding this normalization, then some aspects of a database designs are not caught by the normalization. For example, bad database design to be avoided. Instead of earning company ID, year, amount, okay, so use earning 2004 and 256 etc. all these schemas, company ID and earnings. Okay, so above are the BCNF but make the query across the year difficult and needs new table each year, that is a company year. So hence which falls and also be in a BCNF but also makes the querying across the year difficult and requires a new attribute in each year is an example of crosstab where values of one attributes become the column name used in a spreadsheet in the data analysis tools. So then modeling a temporal data. Temporal data have an association time interval during which the data are valid, and a snapshot is the value of a data particular point of time. Then several proposals to extend the ER model adding a valid time to the attributes. For example, address of a customer at a different points in a time entities. For example, time duration when occurs its exist relationship. For example, time during which customer owned an account but no accepted standard. Adding the temporal component results of the functional dependencies like a customer ID, customer street and city not to hold because the address of varies over time. So a temporal functional dependency is x determines y hold and a schema in a R. The functional dependency x determines y holds in all the snapshots for all the legal instances, small r in a capital. In practice, these database designers may add a start and end of the time attributes relations. That is a, for example, course ID, course title we are having. Then when does it started and when does it ended? That we have to give as an information. Foreign key references may not be may be to the current versions of a data or a data at a point in time. The student, for example, student transcript should refer to the course information at the time of the course was taken. Okay, this is what about the remaining, that is 3NF, 4NF, joint dependency and other things which we have discussed enough. Let us recap with some questions. Eliminating a modification anomaly is dash normalization. Okay, it's an advantage of it. Multi-value dependency should be dash eliminated. Multi-value dependency is always eliminated. So next is most of the time the modification anomalies are serious enough that table should be normalized into. Of course, right? The table should be in a BCNF. Then the reflexive, that is IR1 is true dependency generated are classified as, yes, it's a tribal, right? So yes. So thank you for watching. These are the references which I have used for this class.